I couldn't resist but take the opportunity to come and check out the Rose and Hemp company. They have two boutique cannabis stores here in Georgia. Cannot believe you can even say that now. Alrighty, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, Parliament, wherever you are watching this video. Today we have a special video where we have come to the Georgia Cannabis Convention, and I couldn't resist but take the opportunity to come and check out the Rose and Hemp company. They have two boutique cannabis stores here in Georgia. Cannot believe you can even say that now, but actually we have beautiful, amazing stores in Georgia, and the Rose and Hemp is one of them. And so we're going to go inside, we're going to meet with Annie, we're going to ask a few questions. Let's go right on inside. I'm here with Annie, who looks after the Rose and Hemp store. And Annie, if you could talk to us a little bit about yourself and the Rose and Hemp and how you ended up being at the store, if you could share that with us, please.
I live in the community, and because I live here, I decided that I wanted to find a way to give back to the community. I started learning about hemp because health reasons, and the more I started learning, I discovered how good it was for you. And when the position opened, I applied, and now I'm here helping all our customers to get the benefits that hemp gives them.
And this actually really highlights the store itself. When I spoke to Scott and Ashley today, I asked them the question of how come they decided to open up the store, and very similar to what Annie just shared. Basically, Ashley wanted to make sure that she wanted a change in her life, wanted to offer a safe space for our communities, whereby they could be provided with education about hemp products and also have tested products and show that cannabis can be classy. So why don't we go over it, take a seat, and I've got a few more questions that I'd like to ask you, Annie. Okay, so Annie, can you tell me a little bit about what are like some of the most frequent questions that you get asked when a person comes into the store? Like, what is it that they're typically asking?
Normally, they want to know what is the difference between Delta 8 and CBD. They are not very knowledgeable, sure. And they want to know what is going to be more useful for them. So I was explaining them that both are cannabinoids, and they are going to get the same great benefits from both. But the difference of if they have problems with anxiety, problems with sleep, inflammation, internal inflammation, any kind of disease that is caused by inflammation, they're gonna get benefits of it. But then the Delta 8 is also going to have the psychoactive effect. So I always explain them, if they get drug tested, it shouldn't be a good idea to take it. And also, if they are in a lot of pain, is sometimes a better option because it's stronger. But then they have to be mindful that has to be done at home and not being responsible with it. Just doing Absolutely. When you're not gonna go someplace.
And I think another great question is like, you know, tell me a little bit about like the type of person that comes into the store and what are some of the needs that those people are trying to have met. I know you mentioned it just slightly there, but it would be great if you could give us an understanding of the type of person that comes into the store.
I've been very surprised because at the beginning when I started working here, I didn't know what to expect. Sure. And the more I spent here, I noticed that a lot of young people come because they have problems with anxiety, but heavy anxiety. So they mostly come for that. And we also have more adults people sure. with problems in their joints with a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. So they come looking for a help with that. The main reasons are pain and anxiety.
What do you typically recommend then for somebody who comes in and they're saying like, hey, I've got these issues with some anxiety, what products or what cannabinoids do you typically say to them? Well, hey, this is probably a good fit for you?
Depending on what they need, I would recommend either the flower, that is the fastest way to get the cannabinoids in your system. But if they don't smoke, then I will recommend the tinctures, that is the second fastest way to get the cannabis in your system. And then if they're maybe because of the taste or they just want to take oil, then I will direct them to the gummies, the edibles. We have drinks and edibles too.
And then for your other type of patients or that come in and they've got some joint pain, what do you typically offer them, or like what's the solution if someone says, hey, I'm a little bit older, I don't want to smoke, I've got these joint pains, what would you typically recommend?
Typically recommend a combination of oil and also it's topical.
Yep.
So you combine that, the oil is good because it helps you from the inside out, and then you apply the gel on the joints,
Outside
and that's
in.
gonna, and then it helps with both. You can have the both results and it is better. But if they prefer just one, I will always recommend first doing the oils, because if you start healing from the inside, then you're not going to have pain. But it's something that is urgent and I want it now, then the topicals.
And then finally, can you tell me, like, what are the most popular products here? What do people like? And I think it's important to also note, everybody, that it's really interesting how the geographical area, whether it's even like 20 miles from here, a different store from here can be different. So I imagine it's probably different from this store to your other store. But for this one here, what is typically the most popular products and why?
The most popular products are our gummies, and also we have the pre-rolls. People simply love them, but we have tons of options. We have coffee, we have tea, we have seltzers, but mostly we notice that during the week they come for a lot of gummies and the pre-rolls, and during the weekend they love the drinks, the non-alcoholic but CBD or THC infused drinks.
It's really fascinating to see where the industry has gone, and I will have to take just a look at the drink selection over there, because I think now the fact that you can have those same experiences without feeling hungover is really amazing.
That's correct.
So yeah, I want to say a big thank you, Annie, for sharing everything with us today. And I'm going to go and show you a little bit more of the education on the wall here, everybody, and just show you a little bit more around the store, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, everybody. So I just wanted to highlight some of the education on the walls here, because we can always be learning more together. So first of all, you're going to see here on the right hand side of a little bit of the history of hemp and of industrial hemp, dating the whole way back to 1606. Next, you will see here that we have what's called the endocannabinoid system. And if you didn't know about this, we all have different receptors that are in our brains, in our guts, in our body. They are the CB1 and the CB2 receptors. As you will see highlighted here in the brown, you've got all the different receptor points. That is the CB1. In the green here, you can see the CB2 receptor. And after that, then you can see here we have the variety of different cannabinoids. And so we also have what is highlighting around how these different cannabinoids will affect our bodies. And so very fascinating to see the different acidics. You've got the varins, which are just coming out. And of course, you've got CBN and CBC now. And it just gives all the properties. And then, of course, my favorite personally is this terpene flavor wheel, and more often than not, it is something that's quite often overlooked. People often come in to even many cannabis stores, they want what's the highest amount of THC possible, and really it's about the flavor profiles here. And so just so you can see it all clearly, the four core flavor profiles is going to be your sour, your sweet, your earthy, your spicy, and then from there it really goes out. So when you're looking at like a sour diesel, for instance, first of all, you could come to the outside here, and if you know, like sour diesel often has a large amount of limonene in it, and limonene is more of that grapefruit, orange, lemon flavor, and it's just really important to be able to see what terpenes also give you the most pleasurable effects, because coming back over to the endocannabinoid system, everybody's is different. And so you might have a specific terpene blend that really works well for you, and it could be very different for your friend. So when you're getting your products, when you're getting your flower, your pre-rolls, if there's something that you really enjoy, you should always check out that terpene profile and just see, hey, this one seemingly had a lot of beta-myrcene in there. This one had a lot of limonene in there, and that really made me feel good. So that's everything that we have here today for you folks. I again just want to highlight such a beautiful store. It's really important that we have this access, and it is something whereby we have not had access to these products in red states such as Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, and it's only now in the past couple of years that we have this access and this education and a safe place where you can get your cannabinoids without fear, and do so in class, just like the Rose and Hemp is all about. So thank you everybody for watching. We love you, Parliament. Stay tuned. Peace.